You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. Well, today, guys, man, this is on the week build up after Shedeur Sanders got a win against the Las Vegas Raiders in his first start as an NFL quarterback. And Mary Kay Cabot has now did the unthinkable. She is really starting to hate on Shedeur Sanders ever since he's been named the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. But we're going to talk about it all right after this. Well, guys, man, I'm here to tell you, man, Mary Kay Cabot needs to be canceled. She needs to be canceled immediately after the stuff that she pulled on Hype Week leading up to Shedeur Sanders' second NFL start against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, you don't know Mary Kay Cabot, the insider, the beat writer for the Cleveland Browns. She has been flipping-flopping against Shedeur Sanders ever since he's been drafted to the Cleveland Browns. And after Shedeur Sanders' first victory against the Las Vegas Raiders when he started his first NFL game, it seemed that Mary Kay Cabot was trying to put salt on what Shedeur Sanders accomplished. Now, we all know Mary Kay Cabot was an avid backer of Dylan Gabriel. And it seems like Mary Kay Cabot was trying to get answers from Kevin Stefanski that we wanted answered. Now it seems like Mary Kay Cabot has been protecting Kevin Stefanski and trying to be on Kevin Stefanski's side. Now Shedeur Sanders goes out there and balls out. Now Mary Kay Cabot has said some things that I can't believe she had to open her mouth and say. Now, you know how we talk about Mary Kay Cabot often. Mary Kay Cabot, she needs to be canceled. She needs to be ran up out of the Cleveland media because the latest stunt that she pulled is absolutely crazy. Now, Shedeur Sanders has been in the media ever since he's been with the Cleveland Browns. Mary Kay Cabot says some things about Shedeur Sanders, and then she tries to say good things about Shedeur Sanders, trying to control the narrative because now he's the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, and she wants to go on to let people know, I told you so. But nah, Mary Kay Cabot, you can't get away with what the latest stunt that you pulled off, because you was on 92.3 The Fan and you said some things that made me go, what is this woman doing? She needs to be ran up out of Cleveland. She needs to be canceled. They need to take a microphone away from her. They need to take her credentials away because what she said does not make sense. But before we get off into what Mary Kay Cabot said, we partnered up with Underdog Fantasy, and this is a word from our sponsor. Underdog Fantasy is the best way to play fantasy sports. Let me tell you about the easiest way to get in on some WNBA and NBA action. Find your player, pick higher or lower, win you some extra cash. Pick between 2 to 5 players to fill out your pick'em entry. Get every pick right and win some serious cash. Use my promo code SBD23 and receive up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Now that it's football time, follow Simply Ball Dropping as I share my picks. Like I said, pick your player, choose your amount, win money. Make picks, win cash. Thank you, Underdog Fantasy, for the partnership with us. And thank you for using promo code SBD23 on Underdog Fantasy. Well, guys, with that being said, man, let's take a look at what Mary Kay Cabot said leading up to this San Francisco game in Shedeur Sanders' second start as an NFL quarterback. Let's take a look at what Mary Kay Cabot had to say. Mary Kay Cabot appeared to throw some cold water on Shedeur Sanders' hype this week. You know what she had said, guys? She said there might come a point where it makes sense to see a little bit more of Dylan. But I think the hopes inside the building is probably, let's not let it get to that point. It didn't make sense to see more of Dylan Gabriel after 2 starts. What more could we possibly glean from him on the field? So basically, Mary Kay Cabot said there might come a point to where it makes sense to see a little bit of more of Dylan Gabriel right after Shedeur Sanders wins his first game as a rookie quarterback for the Cleveland Browns against the Las Vegas Raiders, something that 16 quarterbacks failed to do in over 30 years. And this is what Mary Kay Cabot comes out and says in the media to 92.3 The Fan, where she said there might come a point where it makes sense to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel. So they gave her some pushback and said, nah, it didn't make sense to see more of Dylan Gabriel after 2 starts as an NFL quarterback. So Mary Kay Cabot, what is you on? She needs to be tested. She needs to be tested for the things that she is saying. It's downright diabolical. How do you come out and say, after you saw what Shedeur Sanders did against the Las Vegas Raiders, and you're going to come out and tell people that we might need to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel? What else do you want to see in Dylan Gabriel? So this is clear that Mary Kay Cabot has some disdain like for Shedeur Sanders as well. They don't want to see Shedeur Sanders succeed in a Cleveland Browns uniform. And this is what people are talking about. But now, a lot of people think that Mary Kay Cabot and Kevin Stefanski are one of the same. And it's downright diabolical, the things that she said during Hype Week to this San Francisco 49ers game. Now, it looks like the weather conditions in Cleveland are bad. They practice in a blizzard today, which I love. This is football. It's not going to change what Shedeur Sanders is going to do as a quarterback. Shedeur Sanders is him. And Mary Kay Cabot telling people that she wants to see more of Dylan Gabriel. Come on now. See, y'all guys in the chat, y'all told me, and in the comments, don't trust Mary Kay. We have to cancel Mary Kay. Mary Kay, just like everybody been running around talking about, it's time to fire Kevin Stefanski. It's time for the media to take Mary Kay Cabot's credentials away for the outlandish and asinine things she has said in these recent weeks. What is she smoking? She needs to be tested to come out and say that we need to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel. What do you want to see, Mary Kay? You just want to take opportunities away from Shedeur Sanders because Shedeur Sanders right now is comfortable. Shedeur Sanders has got in a stride. His feet are wet now. And it's only up from here. And now what you doing is trying to change the narrative like you tried to do when you came out and said that Shedeur got elite ball placement. He got a strong arm. His touch is uncanny. And you want to tell people that Kevin Stefanski was working with Shedeur hand in hand, spending countless hours with Shedeur after practice, talking about he was getting extra reps. What reps was he getting? Shedeur Sanders was going up to the local college getting reps. So Mary Kay Cabot, make it make sense. Some of the things you're saying now is off the wall. What are you smoking, Mary Kay? Guys, you got to pay attention. She said that we need to see more of Dylan Gabriel. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. They don't want Shedeur to shine. They don't want Shedeur to shine. Hey, you guys get down in the comment section. I want to hear from you on this. What y'all think about what Mary Kay Cabot said, that we need to see a little bit more of Dylan Gabriel after Shedeur Sanders went out there and put the performance on that he did against the Las Vegas Raiders and got the team a victory, and the way that the team responded to Shedeur Sanders as being the quarterback. These guys got more upbeat about themselves because they got a taste of victory and they want to keep that momentum going. But Mary Kay Cabot wants to throw water on it. I see everybody in the comments section, hashtag salute. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, Hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. Oh yeah, just in case I forgot. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And this is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We're going to catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
That's all, folks.